Hi Capricorn. Alright, welcome to this space. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so I just want to jump right in. Okay, I chose these animal cards, and then I have the regular Rider-Waite. And you have this seahorse. And I looked it up because this deck uses, obviously there's an H here. It's not a king, it's not a queen. It's either a knave or a knight. But I looked it up in the book and it's not even in there. It's like someone forgot. I wanted to see what your messages were this way. Just a second. Okay, the Southwest. Something about right now. If something gives you, what do they call it? The heebie-jeebies? They're like, ooh, I got the heebie-jeebies. It's like something, I don't know. I guess you want to trust yourself. The deer, they're a good listener, right? They're really, and then a braid. Red braid. I just saw like a Viking. Okay, there's something new. We're talking about a braid. That's three things usually put together, right? You take three separate things and then you put them together. Yeah, three separate. Okay. How can you do that right now? Take three things and put them together. Maybe this is some sort of, maybe you consolidate something or figure out. You have like, oh, I know how to do this, this, and that. These three things go together. Or it could be where it's like, oh, okay, this, they said this, and that. And so this gives you the truth, right? I feel as if you have these hard, it's kind of like these hard cards, Capricorn. I'm not sure why it needs to be that way. Does it have to be that way? Okay, look, if someone's a liar, then they're a liar, period. If you can't, people are who they are, Capricorn. Doesn't matter. Okay, I needed to know that. Okay, if you've already read, you've read the book, like you read the manual, right? Or like you read the book. I feel like there's some kind of conflict. Even though it's sort of the same thing. It's kind of like how people of the north of Italy look at the people from the south of Italy as if they're different, right? Or north and south is always like, you know, oh, you're way down there, or I'm up here. This kind of like comparison thing, which is really unfortunate because there is no up and down in our existence of reality, right? Really, it's just like I'm here and you're there. Do you know what I mean? Like that's try to view it like that more so. I'm here and you're there. You're there and I'm here. Instead of like someone's up here and someone's down there. Whatever that is, that'll help you to stop exerting energy unnecessarily. Because if you're trying to get someone to understand something where they're stuck, maybe you've completed some kind of test Maybe you've spent enough time with something. I want to get rid of these cards. Hold on a second. Let's try to start from scratch here, right? Let's try to start from scratch. You just got out of the Serpentine, right? Or you were about to? Okay, let's see here. The Magician, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. But you've already done all this. Let's see. Okay, you have a choice right now. But maybe some of you can't see your choices. Maybe you're too close to a problem. Or like too close to something to see what's really going on. Someone's too close to something to see what's going on. Or to see their way out of it. With those 2 10s, though, it's a completion of... Oh, there's another 10. It's a completion of 2 things, right? Which gives you 2 new opportunities for something. Now you have the King. Maybe you jump ahead 2 spaces, but remember whenever you go into a new space like that, especially when you jump ahead anywhere, there's always going to be things that are uncomfortable, and you want to see what people do to prove themselves. What are you doing to prove yourself, right? Say you were an associate, and then you worked really hard, and then you got put into this new position that's like 2 steps up, right? Like you jump in this 2 steps up. I guess you're in a position to be able to decide whether you want to accept that or not. Move on to this new stage. I would definitely look into what it would take for you to do that. What do you need to do? To prepare yourself so that all the parts are handled correctly. Maybe that your time is allocated in an appropriate way. Maybe this is, you know, your personal life, like your personal life, your work life. That's always a challenge for you, right? And then not to be overly involved in both of them, because then you forget about yourself, right? And then you have problems with other people too, because you expect, right, things. Who's the leader of your tribe right now? Who do you feel like is like, I guess who's your... Okay, it's always nice to have a person who's the person that supports you, where they're like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it, right? The times where you may feel like, I don't know if I can do that, even though that's not really your thing, but everybody has insecurities, right? Again, if there's any liars, you gotta let them work that out, right? People that aren't honest with themselves. Now, again, who's the person that supports you like that? They're kind of like your cheerleader, right? And then who is it that is your mentor, right? The person that kind of points you in a direction, and they're like, hey, this way. They don't do it for you. They just let you know. They let you know which direction you're supposed to head in, and then you go that way. You take the initiative on your own. Then I also see that there's another stage here where it's like almost like a coach, because the mentor is like a one-on-one. Usually people have one mentor, right? When you have too many people being like, go this way, here, go that way, you should do this, you should do that, it's complicated. Usually that's why with a mentorship, and you're wanting to learn, it's like you have one person guiding you, right? Pointing. And then with a coach, it's like there's a team aspect, right? It's more of a group dynamic. Now, a coach is going to still support you in telling you what would be helpful, but a lot of times with a coach, you may want to do something, but the coach is going to be like, no, you'd actually be really good in this position, right? And maybe this is that thing where it's like, okay, we want you to step up. We want you to step up. Now, this is where your confidence is going to come in, because there could be something where you're like, well, I really feel comfortable doing this. This is comfortable to me. But it's almost like, I heard something like the universe or somebody outside of you is helping you to be like, no, where you're supposed to be right now is, this is how not only you will do well for yourself. I can see your... What is this? I can see your ability. This is where you would be most helpful in the group, right? But again, that may be something that you're not that comfortable with. Okay. Then, who's your closest friend, right? A friend is going to be someone who understands you emotionally, right? Someone who knows your light and your dark side. Someone who knows who you really are, Capricorn. Even when you are the angel, because everybody's an angel and a devil. Right? What's this one? Yeah, Judgment. And actually it was in the reverse. So a friend, remember, a good friend, Capricorn, a good friend is somebody who, again, they still support you. But they're not always... A good friend, remember, doesn't always say the thing that the friend wants to hear. Because a good friend is going to be honest, right? That's where you can trust somebody. Think about like a yes man, right? Where they're always like, oh, someone's like, wow, I need someone's opinion. Like, what do you think about this? And someone's like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, go for it. But it's only because that's what you want to do. Right? And this is why you also need to know this mentor and this coach position, so that, you don't, I guess, waste your time. Now, who is it also that is in your same field of work, or what you're working on, that also understands perhaps maybe your struggles or what you go through daily in relation to your day-to-day in that, because the friend is like the private world, right? And then the peer is someone who is, this is like a coworker or somebody who, again, works in a similar field, so they can help you to figure out what's going on, right? An electrician has an issue of what's happening, and they call another electrician friend to receive advice because it's in a similar world, right? An electrician doesn't call a cook for advice about electricity. Okay. Who is it really that, who is it that you feel like helps you grow, even though it's not always comfortable? Like, maybe they say things sometimes and you're like, it like sticks in there. And then you're like, it helps you to think about who you are and how to improve. Again, I see who's your cheerleader, like who's like, oh my goodness, you can do it, Capricorn. And I guess with you have an opportunity right now to create something that's really, really beautiful. What do you want? What are you learning about, or what do you want to learn about? This is also taking, again, the skill set that you have, and I feel like because of your hard work, there's some sort of opening into a new space. Okay. Let's see. Is there hair? Oh, there's a zoomy hair in there. Cute. Who? Oh, I can't see it yet. Just a minute. It's probably loud. Sorry. Okay, so you've begun something, right? You're already on the path. This has to do with Aquarius. I also see if you're into runes. That could be very helpful. Remember that the mundane finding the spiritual in the mundane is such a leveling up of your own person. Someone used to like Jägermeister. It's like really bad alcohol, right? What gemstones are you connecting to right now also? And then I'm seeing that band Manowar. Do you know that? Do you know that Manowar? Five. Something about 5. Maybe this is Taurus. Just a minute. So we have 9 of Cups again. Let's look at this. If you had 9 wishes, what would they be? What are the 9 things that you... They're not physical things. They're emotional things. The wishes. Maybe different things are making, or different, I feel like different things are making you happy. There's something about different things making you happy. It's like hot, warm, cold. So you're going away from something too. Someone's going away from something. I mean, I suppose this could be in the wrong direction, right? If you're trying to find something and it's like cold, you know, warmer, oh, hot, oh, you're red hot, right? But you're actually supposed to go towards, I guess... What's this going towards? Okay, you don't have to learn something the hard way. You don't have to learn something the hard way if you don't want to. Some of you could be having difficulties with your friendships. This could also be your siblings, your children. Maybe some of your children are brats. No offense. King of Swords in the world. Maybe someone needs more, like, understanding of how to play better, how to play well with others. Maybe someone doesn't know how to play well with others, or maybe someone was coddled, or something like that. Like, there's some kind of, wounding in relation to how to, like, be emotionally independent. Oh, I suppose if anyone has been emotionally relying on well, I guess if the happiness is real, then there's a huge soulful good shift with that. If the happiness has been fake, there's like fake happiness, then if something's fake, then things are blocked on both sides. If it's real, then again, you level up 2 spaces. So I guess wherever it's fake or it's not real, and I heard not good for you, then it's like it's blocked on all sides, and like this is where you can't keep going towards the warmer. You have to go towards the cold to learn the lesson. Someone has to go towards the colder, has to go away from something to learn the lesson. For those of you who have already been in that cold space and you've processed the understanding of like, okay, this happened, this in the past happened because of this, and then taking the correct, like changing the mentality on how to approach challenges, then you level up 2 spaces. Yes, and it is so solid. And I do see some of you doing very well in your within this earth realm, like you're stable. Who is it that helps you, Capricorn? And how do you just a minute. Okay, so when's the last time someone was real sweet on you? Like maybe even did something a little extra for you, like thought about you and was like, hey, I thought about you, like I was just thinking. Maybe someone calls and like, hey, I was just thinking about you, like I miss you, or someone like, you know, I just saw someone like going in to do something for themselves and they think of someone else. Yeah, they think of someone else and they're like, oh, let me grab them, like let me get them a coffee too, or like, I don't know, like taking the time to care about how someone feels. When's the last time you went on a date? Remember, wherever anyone's a little, well, I saw the word arrogant, it's because of insecurity. If there is any insecurity within you, like, how am I, like, what is this question? Like, if you're questioning your self-value at all, like, maybe even as a partnership, or, like, what you're wanting in your one-on-one partnerships with people, you know, like, for instance, do you want the people in your life to defend you? Do you want them to be, what's the spiritual level on that? I feel like you should start with spiritual, then move into, you know, friendship, then it's, you have a choice right now. Do we talk about that? You have a choice. I feel like someone's open to something, but then they're also, like, kind of closed. It's like open, closed, open, closed. It's almost like a door keeps doing this, and, like, someone's trying to double dutch through that space, but it's going really fast. Yeah, it's going really fast, and someone's like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this, and it's going back to the example where someone's like, all right, you've been working really hard. Like, I've been seeing you overcome these challenges and you've been learning really well. And now I feel like here's an opportunity for you to step into this new space, but it's higher than, it's not one level to another. It's like you're almost skipping a level. It's almost like someone's like, you're so smart. Here, let's jump you ahead in school. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. You're going from 6th grade to 8th grade. Something like that. But I guess, let's see, with Justice, the Queen of Wands, I guess this is something that you can do. Because, okay, how you level up is being able to see the problems. Because someone can see the problems. They can see what it's kind of like someone believes in someone's capacity to be able to be creative, be responsible, honest, fair, and be able to see what the problems are so that things don't get to a point, again, of having to be like dramatic. Again, I see who's your mentor. Who's your mentor? And so many cards on the table. And who is it that's really honest with you? And who is it that isn't? Because you started with dishonesty, right? This reading started with the concept of dishonesty. So I guess you need to also be really honest with yourself in this Taurus time, in this time frame. Maybe someone's wishing something was a different way, or like, someone wants something to be something that it's not, but But I want to do one more. Let's see. You know, you can't ever get to your 6th house of karma until you work through your 5th house. And you can't get to the 7th house of relationships with other people and knowing the difference without working through that 6th house. But you can't get to any of those unless you work on yourself and find out what's real or not. You have to believe in yourself. Or I guess you got to believe in anything to make it happen, right? Maybe some of you don't believe in yourself right now in some way. Again, like someone's like, "Come on, you can do it." Yep, it's like, "Come on, step up, step up." I see something like I see your drive, or like your capacity. I recognize your capacity. Okay, moving ahead, and you're like, "Oh shit, I gotta move it. I gotta do that." Like, it's like, so you have to believe in yourself. And maybe because of this, you may have to address some of your fears a little bit. Yeah, like fear in your heart. Maybe a Leo, Aquarius access could be helpful. This is what you know in your heart, or what you know that you can create in this life, you know, which all starts with you. I mean, are you married? You divorced? How do you feel about being an independent person at this time? And, you know, I guess a part of it is that sometimes, Capricorn, you have to put your emotions aside to be able to push forward and feel solid enough to get to that next space so you can be like, whoof. You know, maybe sometimes you got to blow it up and be like, this is going to be crazy. Like, amp yourself up where you're like, oh my God, this is going to be like, you know, like, like all the things. And then once you do it, let's see, 10 of Pentacles, then you went, all of a sudden you're like, oh, everything works out, not just good, everything works out amazing. Like, work is good, family is good, money is good, friends are good. Do you know what I mean? Because you figure out what you really want and stop playing pointless games and staying ping pong, because I feel like some of you are ping ponging in that like 4th, 5th house. Some of you could also be ping ponging in that 1st, 2nd house where you're like, can I? But I guess the universe again is like, yeah, dude, of course you can. Stop. Why you question yourself so much? Yep. You know, maybe there needs to be more of a Leo energy than there does a Taurus energy. Because Leo's the only one that can get out of the fixed energy. All the other ones stay put. And for some of you, you're obviously wanting more, like, love in your life. Maybe even romance, you know? But there's obviously still something blocking. And so who's helping you to open up your heart? Who's helping you to be like, yeah, again, who's your cheerleader? And who is it that has taken... Who is it that's taken? You ever date anybody that was already involved? This is old. Alright. I heard quit it. That's not the point right now. Nope. And whatever it is again, where you're like, oof, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do... Wherever you're like, I don't know if I can do that again. Or I don't even want to do that. I don't know where this is coming from. But obviously, Spirit is like, hey, sorry. Time for your next level up. Get ready. I heard get ready. Don't try to... You can't stop it anyway. So be happy about it because... But I guess for some of you, wherever there is dishonesty in your relationships, you have to disengage from that. You have to just be like, they have to figure it out on their own. And I do see a lot of passion for some of you coming back into your lives if that's what you want. But if you're working a lot, then you're not allocating again enough the right time to the right things, then you're not gonna. I don't know. You got to make space for that. Huh. You know, maybe this is one of those things where for some of you, you're wanting, like, again, you have an opportunity to level up, but I guess you got to figure out what's important to you also, you know? Maybe there's more of something this way or the other, but it's kind of like, I don't know, I guess you got to there's something about taking on a very responsible role right now, and I feel like if there's somebody here that's so stubborn, so you got to just let that be. And if this is parts of you, then this is where you need that mentor, coach, that real friend that tells you, you know, where you can improve, you know. And if you don't want to hear that from others, then I guess you got to have that conversation with yourself. It's also a really deep child-mother kind of dynamic here too, but that's another story. All right, we're gonna close this out. Yep, we don't need to. So. Duet. Who are you working with right now? Who are you spending time with? Who is it that is, like, where is that relationship that's not making you happy? or that it just keeps rolling around. Yes, Three of Swords, Justice, and the Hanged Man. This is even your own pain. Maybe some of you are like, I don't know. Maybe something's healed and you have to, again, try something new. You know, maybe there's something in the past that scared you. And now you have a new opportunity, a brand new opportunity. You have to believe in yourself. You have to. I know this sounds straight. I'm sorry. It's just like you have to. It's like discipleship, you know. The teacher is not always, Saturn is not always soft on the student. Generally, he's not soft at all. But Saturn always ends up, that professor is always the one that ends up being the most respected. Nobody respects a pushover. No. Because you don't learn anything if the teacher's like, oh my god, good job, when you just did something basic. You know what I mean? That isn't how you grow. I mean, a little bit of praise in the beginning when someone's learning, sure. But you don't get promoted 2 steps up if you aren't ready for it. And obviously there's something to celebrate here that's really amazing. So feel excited about it. And where is it that love is stressful for you? Because there is something sort of like romantic or lovey in this way that's wanting to be like opened. You know, it's like cutting out the festering wound of yesterday's sorrow. Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Yes. 3 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. 3 queens. And then the King. Alright, I want to keep going, but we gotta, this is, yep. We'll roll back around to the 6. Okay, Capricorn. That's that. I hope this was of service. That 40 minutes just flew by. Okay. Thank you for your time. I hope this was of service. Please remember to believe in yourself. I guess God wants you to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And the relationships with others will have less questions when you realize what the spiritual foundation is, the spiritual bridge between you and others is going to help you to determine who should be in your life or not, and to what level, right? And really, you must believe in yourself right now. Don't question it so much, you know? Just keep at it, because I feel like your work is really being appreciated right now, and that's beautiful. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. You can't stop progress. Nope. And if you are too close to something, like you need to, if any of you are too close to something, you have to back up. Again, if it's like you actually have to be like cool off, cold, like back up. You know, it'll give you a different perspective. Yes, so that you can see it correctly, so you can get yourself again. Stop questioning something so much. And maybe even have you be able to ask the right questions so that you don't get fooled. And find what you're looking for. And I heard get through that open close door. Alright. If no one has told you today, you are safe and loved and protected. Okay? I appreciate your participation, and anyone where we have the opportunity to connect, whether publicly or privately, thank you very much. Any of you have also gone over to Patreon and extended your learning and growing and planted your seeds in the garden. Thank you so much. I do hope you enjoyed over there. And if you'd like to check it out, There's a link below. Please feel free. Remember, the beginning of this month too is a nice time for planting. And remember that fire moons are sterile. Okay, they're very they're arid. It's not good planting time when the moon is in a fire sign. Okay, no, it's about pruning. When you have a fire moon, you have to learn how to prune. Love you so much. Please take care. Talk to you next time. Peace.